Time for a quick recap. We're now going to just recap on the first 6 sections because these are specific to raising your money blueprints and showing you the possibility of what you can do with your finances, regardless of your current situation. Okay, so let's dive straight into it. So number 1, cash flow quadrant. So just a little recap reminder, there's 4 ways that money comes to us. E for employee, S for self-employee, B for business, I for investment. Now we'll label both sides. The E and the S, the employed and the self-employed, is about security, as we're all trying to make a living, and this side is about freedom. Okay, or financial freedom. Now, as most of us are in this side, we're exchanging our time for money. The key to all this, as we've discussed, is to get in these quadrants as well. So you like to be in one or the other, and you can be in both of those on the other side. So B, business is something that brings you income, something you can set up and it brings you income without you being there ultimately. Or I, investments. And of course, investments, just start from that £1 a day, putting it into something. So you're starting to grow on this side. So when you, rather than waiting until 40 years, 50 years till retirement for income then to take over, you can have multiple sources of income that could kick in very soon, 5, 10 years, and give you the lifestyle you want. Okay, so that's the cash flow quadrant. Now, section 2, 4 essential money skills. Very first one is value it. Now, we've said £1 a day can grow into $1 billion if you give it long enough. Okay, now you probably don't want to wait 70 years or so for your billion, you want it much sooner. Okay, but of course you can just put more in sooner. And we've also talked about how £20 a week over 40 years can turn into $1 million. And anybody who's earning can afford one of these a week, okay, because it's simply down to the habit. It's not a lot of money, it's just the habit. Of course, to get around inflation, we do it as a percentage, as you'll see as we go through. If you do it always as a percentage, it's relative to inflation, so you're always increasing it as your means increase. Okay, so the 4 essential money skills. First one is value it, second one is manage it. Managing is very important to keep on top of your finances, know where things are, say a regular annual review. Now we've got all the exercises and all the practical stuff coming up in the next few sections to help you do all this, because as you do it and you're in control, the universe picks up this because it's all energy. You're in control because you feel good, because you know you're in control, and then stuff starts flowing your way. That's when the magic starts to happen. So it's value it, manage it. Third one is save it. Okay, put money aside to cover the initial stuff, and then invest it, okay, which is this quadrant. Just £1 a day. Just get started. If you haven't already doing it, just getting started is the most important thing. Just develop that habit and worry about the rest later on. Okay, that's it. So the 4 essential skills. The next one, pipelines. Pipelines is that metaphor to inspire you, but it's basically saying, right, just start building those pipelines on this side where money can start flowing back to you. So once you set it up and let it grow and nurture, it can then start putting money into your financial future. Then we've got money trees. Now, these are 2 little metaphorical, wonderful little metaphors to make it a little bit more exciting. Money trees is really talking about growth. Pipelines is referring more to that regular income, but both is effectively saying you're building assets. These are financial, valuable things that you own, investments, savings, assets of any kind that is growing your financial net worth or paying money back to you, however you want to do it, which is working on this side towards your financial freedom. Okay, just a fun way of doing it, as you know. Then we've got compounding, the first money magnifier. We know, pick the coin back up, this can turn into $1 billion if you're in long enough to compound. Compounding is the original capital plus the interest, then reinvested, and then the new interest added, and that's reinvested, and so on and so on. In the early years, nothing excited. Over time, it's a ski jump. It just takes off and grows significantly. The key is just get started, forget it, just stick it on autopilot so it's building up for you, and then one day it all starts to take off. That's compounding. And section 6 is leverage. It's using the financial instrument of leverage to multiply the amount of assets you can buy. Simplest way is through property. Take your money and you can buy more than just, rather than buying outright, you can buy multiple. And then as they grow, you've got the potential maybe to take some of that and grow even more. But we get into detail later on within the program how to do all this. Okay, so these 6 sections are to build your financial literacy, to increase your financial blueprint, and hopefully give you a bit of excitement of what's possible. Because without this knowledge, it's very easy to think, well, I'm not getting very far ahead, because not a lot of people understand it on this level. Okay, and it's simply, as we've said with everything in our programs, it's simple habits. Set everything up so it's working for you. Little habits that put everything on autopilot so they're happening for you. But obviously you've got to take little actions, but we'll walk you through this as we go through. Okay, so that's a full recap of the first 6 sections. On section 7, we're now going to start getting practical with your current financial setup. Okay, so we'll see you on video 7.